Hello, hello, hello. We'll see. Let people start coming in. I know haven't gone live in forever, so we will see. Gonna see. Do the refresh. See if it's going actual officially live yet. Let's see. Close that. Open this. It's always that fun waiting period to see. There we go. Hello, hello. Let me go. I have to do my notification that I'm actually live. Let me come over to here. We're going to click on that. We're going to go ahead and share this. Multitasking is not my strong suit, everybody. So it takes me a minute. All right. Okay. And we're going to come right here. There we go. A couple people coming in. Oh, we've got Amanda. Hello. We've got Stealthy Jessica in. And we've got Charmaine. Oh my goodness, my lovely Charmaine. All right, let me post this right here. I'm alive. Burp, burp, burp. All right. But I was surprised at how I go live once in a blue moon, Tammy. I think this is my first time going live since like March or so time frame. So it's not something that I do very commonly. And I know, I know you got to get back from work. But I'm not gonna leave before you get back on once you get home. So don't worry, I'll still be here. Carol, oh my goodness, I keep losing track of time on Mondays with this whole being East Coast instead of being West Coast. Because before West Coast, I'd come home and I'd immediately sit down and be on like Laura's live and be able to watch Laura's live for Anxiety Art Adventures for anybody who doesn't know. So normally I get to talk to Carol and everybody else. Menky, you calling me Menky. Laura, yay! Eve, oh my goodness, all the faces or all the names. But I can associate a lot of actual like faces to those names because I've met a fair number of people. I know, I keep forgetting, Carol. It was like, I get home from work, as I'm driving home from work, I'm like, oh my goodness, I have to make sure I catch Laura's live. It's Monday night. And then by the time like 8 o'clock rolls around, I've like zoned on whatever craft I'm doing and I completely forget of what I'm doing. And then I'll like look at my clock and I'm like, oh, it's 9:30. Darn it, I missed Laura's live. Because of course you're always like very, very like on point. You're like 1 hour slot. Berta, oh my goodness, hello. Yes, so I keep missing Laura's lives because of that. And yes, Tammy will definitely do that. What, Mo? I don't know if you guys heard the meowing, the Momo meowing at me. Come here, baby. Oh, let me give a little mochi. Oh, here she is. It's starting to get cold outside, so now she's all about she wants her snuggles now. Because, the Momos. There's our Momo. I'll show her off again later too. What, baby? Don't. The girls just had their vet visit on Wednesday. It's been a long week. They just had their vet visit on Wednesday. Mochi is doing amazing. They're fat little chonkers. She's 6.8 pounds. 6.8 pounds. She's fat. And Sushi's not far behind. She's 6.7. But I know, look at that grumpy face. But she's doing great. Her teeth look fantastic. So we're good on that front since, just don't push on me. Since she had like 11 teeth removed back in April. So she's doing great, which is great. And oh my goodness, she's just such a little gremlin, but all sorts of active and chaosy now that she feels good and doesn't have, infected teeth. So now she's going to sit right there. I know. It's like her little precious grumpy face. Do you want to, you need to put your face up so we can see you in the camera, Mo. There we go. Let's see who else is in here. So said hi to Berta, said hi to Tammy, Laura, Corey Wicker. Hello, hello. Oh, let's see. And Simone, hello. Well, thank you. Even though I know you don't have time to stay, thank you for joining in and saying hi, Simone. That's great. She's grumpy and sass, Charmaine. Grumpy and sass. But she's my pretty baby. She's the queen bee. She's like the supreme ruler of the house is Mochi. Hello, Michelle. Or Shelly. I'll go off if I see you have it in parentheses there. Shelly, hello. So yes, I'm finally live. It's been absolutely forever. You can see a little bit of my horde back there. But yeah, it's been absolutely forever. But yeah, I decided I have like well, I thought I was gonna have a full 4-day weekend, but I ended up having a meeting that I had to go to work for this morning, so that was super fun. I did sleep in a little bit. Well, I didn't really sleep in, I just didn't get out of bed until oh, you just about knocked that on the floor, Mochi. I did sleep in until about, oh gosh, what time was it? Yeah, well, I finally got out of bed at, like, 8:30ish, jumped in the shower, and then I left at 9 to head to work. And I had to go there for I had a meeting from 10 to 11. So I left at 9, so I had plenty of time to prep for the meeting, and then I had to sign time cards for my civilians and all of that fun stuff. So I did finally end up I left at like 11:30ish because when my meeting got done, had to stop at the dry cleaners and drop off my uniform. And then after that, I was able to come home. Well, then I need to reward myself for actually going to work on my day off. So I had got Starbucks on the way home. I just finished it a little bit ago. But, oh, I know Sterling is totally king of chaos. Well, the queen of chaos in the house, the chaos bringer in the house. I should move so you guys can see this chaos. There's the other chaos. That's the actual chaos right there. We're gonna ignore my pile of like stuff that's on the floor there. Right there, we're gonna ignore that. But there is the actual chaos bringer right here, looking all innocent with just the head showing out of her hammock. But that's our queen of chaos. Mochi is just like the supreme being. Sushi is the chaos demon right there. What, Susu? Hey, Susie. What, baby? What? Don't give me those eyeballs. I need to go grab her carcass and bring her over. But yes, so Sushi is the ultimate chaos being. All right. So how has everybody been? Oh my goodness, trying out for NASCAR, that's fantastic. Uh the girls, I love it when they like chase each other and they start running around. Oh, Sushi's used to me talking about her. I talk about her all the time. She's used to it. She's like, "You're ignoring me, mom." She's giving me that like pouty face is what she's doing. But so yeah, the girls, they love to run around and chase after each other and then do their little cat parkour business with each other all over the place. They're quite a hoot when they do that. Sushi believes that she can climb up door jams. Her claws are short enough that I have it so she can't actually like claw her way up the door jam. But she's a firm believer that clawing her way up and climbing her way up door jams is, she's going to defy gravity and just magically make it. She like will fling herself at, let me go this way because that'll be shorter. She flings herself at the door jam on the side of it like this, and she ends up like halfway up. And I'm like, how in the world are you defying gravity and doing this? She's so funny when she does it. And then she falls back down to the floor and looks at me like, hey, why am I not on the door jam? What's going on? And I'm like, you shouldn't be climbing up the door jam in the first place, brat child. And then Mochi this last week has decided that, uh, oh my goodness, Charmaine, having two cats is like, I feel like that is perfection. Cause like with one, they like, I don't know, it's like, but I love having two cats because then they get along so well. There's Mochi is still, the boss. So when she's like, "You're in my way, you're annoying me, I'm gonna smack you," and Sushi's like, "Okay, smack me." But yes, and especially like if you always want to have like two cats because they tend to like they're like pack creatures, so they tend to like to be with another cat. It's actually good for them. When I got Mochi, I only got one cat because I had Mylan, and Mochi was very very bonded to Mylan, my pug that I had. So that's how I got around to not having two cats because I had my dog too, who thought she was a cat. My dog was more cat like than my cats are. So anyways, Jennifer, hello, listening at work. Yay, yay, yay. But yes, Charmaine, definitely getting a sibling for Nino should be something that you like keep in like something you want to do soon. Because it's totally, totally worth it. Like the humor that I get having two cats is quite fun. Yes, absolutely. Oh, yeah, yeah, right, Carol. Usually less destructive. Laura, 3 mistakes were made. Well, that's because I feel like 1 plus 1 does not equal 2 when we're talking about pets. So that number goes up exponentially when you're looking at like a third. Those numbers just go up exponentially. I'm like, okay, I've got 2. I don't need 3 cats. But I'm like, I love them so much. So I'm like, maybe do I want a third cat? I'm like, no, I'm gonna wait until Mochi's a little bit older, and then maybe I'll get maybe when you know maybe when Sushi is somewhere in that 5 to 7 range, I'll think about getting like a third cat. Uh, oh yes, there definitely are a lot that need to be adopted, Shelly. Definitely a lot. I feel like Sterling totally is like way heavier than my girls, Laura, but it would be hilarious to see because Mochi is the queen bee, and I haven't seen her around a male cat. She's only had the Sushi baby. Yes. Oh, poor Simba. Yeah, the girls, they just had they only have it today in less than an hour and a half. That's a short turnaround time. I made their appointment last week. My mom took her girls in, and she was talking about vet visit or something like that. And I was like, oh yeah, they're due for their rabies shot, and then they needed like their other one. So I was like, maybe. Yeah, I can't imagine having 7 cats. It's a lot of litter boxes to clean when you have that many cats. As it is, it's like they're both so small. I know you're technically supposed to have like if you have 2 cats, you're supposed to have like 3 litter boxes and that type of thing. But I just have the 1 litter box, but it's a big litter box, and they're so small. They're little. The girls are little, and the litter box is like way larger than them. It's like if the litter box is like this, the girls are like that tiny bit amount. Um, but yeah, so yeah, so I did finally remember to get them in, and so I got to leave work a little bit early on Wednesday to go pick up to go home, grab Mochi's about to fall asleep on the desk. Go grab the girls and take them to the vet, which I did. Mochi got her clean bill of health. The really humorous part was when so took them out. They did like one at a time, weighed their little fat carcasses, saw how much the girls weighed, and then we started with Sushi when it came to they took them back so they could go do like their blood draw and their like fecal to test for the heartworm and parasites and all of that stuff. Um, and so it's like they took him back from that, and I gave him fair warning that Sushi will be a wiggle butt, but she'll be fine. But Mochi will be like demon cat when you try to take anything, like do anything with a needle. Mochi turns into demon cat. So I warned them, and they took her back, and it took like I think the vet actually had to end up doing her blood draw for her because she's such a little does not like it because she's had some major procedures. So that's been one of the big things with her major procedures. Um, so yeah, and then they came back in, the vet came back in, and it was time to do like their actual like check their heart, check their lungs, check their teeth, make sure the teeth looked good, check their stomach, all of like the typical stuff they do at the exam. So we went first with Sushi, and Sushi was like, you can't touch me, no. And this is like Sushi is like the Klingon, like well, she's my Klingon, I guess I could say. She's like the Klingon where it's like, oh, you're holding me, I'm purring. She's such a happy little baby, and she's always purring. But she was like trying to climb the vet assistant's shoulder and like across her back to get away from her and get to me. It was hilarious. So then finally, I just grabbed Sushi and I held her, and they did the rest of the exam while I held Sushi. She was like draped on my shoulder, and they did like checked her heart, checked her teeth, checked her everything with her just draped on my shoulder. And then they're like, oh, she's good like that. We'll just go ahead and give her the shots while you're holding her. So that's what I did because she got 2 shots. Mochi only needed 1. And then we got Mochi out of the kennel. Mochi was like, you are not pulling me out of this kennel. I am going to dig my feet into this plastic of this kennel because you are not pulling me out. And then she kind of hunkered into that like little tiny cat hunker like this. She was like hunkered into her tiny little cat hunker. And when it came time to give her like doing everything, she was hunkered just like this, right tight against my stomach, like right sideways against me. And I was like kind of like petting her a little bit. And then the hilarious part is, every time the vet or the vet assistant came close to her to do something or touch her, she would growl. And this is Mochi. Mochi's like angel cat, but she was growling. It was so funny. She didn't do anything. She just sat there and growled and voiced her displeasure the entire time. It was so funny. But yeah, that was their vet adventure. And then I just gave her chin scritches while she got her shot, and she was completely fine. But it was hilarious. Let's see. Let me see comments that I forgot about. Yes. So definitely, yeah, getting in for that appointment for Simba is important, Berta. And my girls say hi back to your boys, Eve. I do agree. This was a nice way to get off. Going to the vet was a nice way to kind of get off work early because you got to factor in that time to run home. And then once you run home, you have to then be able to, like grab the enough time to grab the girls. Like I have to go bathroom first, get the girls. I don't leave the door on their kennel when I'm at home because the Roomba closes it. And then they get annoyed because their kennel is closed and they like to go in their kennel. So I take the door completely off the kennel. So I had to put that back on. Yes. Uh, yeah, I can't. We did at one point, we did have way more than 7 cats because we actually, when I was growing up, we actually had a cattery and we bred and showed Himalayan and Persian and exotic short hair cats. And I developed my cat allergy at that time, which is why I have Devon Rexes because I can tolerate them, whereas I can't tolerate the more like the longer haired cats or regular cats. The Devons I can tolerate. But yeah, I've been really eyeballing like a litter robot type thing. I don't know that I want like a full blown litter robot because it's so big. Girls have their own bedrooms, so I don't know why I complain about the size of it. But that's something that I've contemplated. I was like, maybe I should look into getting one of those because that's like the bane of my existence is cleaning the litter box. I do it, but I complain every time I do it. So if I could get away with not having to clean the litter box more often, that would make me happy. But yes, yeah, mom, the girls are, you don't mess with the grandbabies, especially not sushi or mochi, right there. Yes, my mom is like, Mochi's an angel, unless she's not. And then she's being a brat. She's a brat for my mom sometimes. It's really funny. And then Sushi's an angel for my mom. It's really funny. But yes, I agree. It would definitely save so much time and energy. And I've been eyeballing it, but I have to buy a car first. And once I buy my car, then I want to like do, well, this arm. Then I want to like extend this down, do the tattoo I've been planning on this arm. And then I would be able to do that. So the spectrum of what you can do and when you can do it kind of a thing. Let me go grab the sushi. She just snuggled further down, but I'm going to go grab her little butt and pull her over. So let me grab the Susu. Susu, come here, baby. Come here. Hi. Oh, there she is. Oh, the baby. There's the baby. Oh, there's my baby. Hi, baby cat. This is the Susu. Ooh, do it, Laura. I say do it. Get your Siamese tattoo. There's so many options you could do. Look at this angel baby. Isn't she sweet? Oh my goodness. She's my sweet baby. She's my special baby. Mochi's favorite person is actually my mom. Well, actually, her favorite of all time is my mom's dog, Essie. And then after that is my mom. And then she'll settle with me. But this one, she's my baby. Oh, are you a purr, babes? Are you a purr, baby? Look at that face. Look at that little face. You are so cute. She's my special one. She's my sweet pea. Hello, we've got Sparkle, Dust, and Diamonds in here. Okay. Hi, baby. What? What, baby? You giving me eyes? She's giving me eyes. Look at this. Look at this baby. She's a happy baby. She's purring at me. And if you watch her paws in slow motion, they're going to be doing this number right here in very slow motion on my chest. It's like extreme slow motion kneading. Oh, that would be pretty sweet, Laura, to do commission Liubka to do a cat. That would be so much fun. I can hold this little one anywhere. She's my little Velcro cat. She's a Klingon. I can hold her however. And she's fine with it because she's my sweet pea. Mochi is like, why are you holding me, peon? But then if I sit down, she's like, okay, I will jump in your lap and you will hold me in your lap. Or if I'm trying to diamond paint, she'll try to go like right on the edge in front of my canvas. And she's like, okay, you will pet me now, mom. You're going to hold me / pet me as I lay right here. But this is my baby. What baby cat? Oh, she's leaning into me. Hi, baby. I'm trying to reposition my pillow behind my back, little one. She's like, you're disturbing me, mom. And she's so used to me holding her like a little baby. She's such a sweet little thing. But look at her. She's just perfectly content. They need their nails trimmed. Let me look at those toenails. What? Do I need to trim your toenails? Do I pet the belly? You were about to fall asleep. It's nappy time. They've been awake a lot more than they're used to today. Look at those little feet. Those little feet. They're so cute. Let's see. So I'm debating. Oh, I need to look and see what was released at 4:00. Let me look. And then I can. So right now I have 2 that I want, but I might or might not end up. Okay, another little ghosty because they've still got more to show today. But there are 2 that I like. There's like 3 that I really like, but 2 of them that if I bought, that would be 2. Yeah, right? You spoiled her, mom. You spoiled her. This one is perfectly content. And now I force Mochi. I'm like, okay, I'm done. You're in my face. I'm trying to do things. So I pop her into her basket. She's in her box right now. I know, baby. Okay. Oh, look at my little Klingon. Look at how floppy she is. I can just hold her like this. And she's like, okay, you're holding me. That's my baby. She's she's so sweet. She's like, okay, you can do whatever you want with me, mom. Do whatever you want with me. I'm fine. This is my fuzzball. Look at that fuzzball. So cute. So cute. So for kits for tomorrow, there's 2 that I think like if I purchase, I'm gonna purchase. I have 2 that I'm gonna purchase, but I'm going to you should see me trying to give them baths. I find the easiest way to bathe them is in the shower. Um so it's really funny because oh come on, don't put your paws on my keyboard, girl. You're tapping things that you shouldn't tap. So I always feel like I have to like watch out for the little daggers when I'm bathing them because I usually just after I finish my shower before I get out, I grab a cat and bring the cat in and close the shower door so they can't escape. Oh, that was some jaws. Oh my goodness. Those were some teeth. Oh my word. Yeah. This is my baby. She's sassing me now. Her tail is flipping at me because she's in a sassy mood because I disturbed her sleep. But yeah, I always, after I bathe them, it's always quite a bit. All right, let's go ahead and let me, all right, I'm going to flip over. I have multiple Instagram accounts because I like to keep things compartmentalized and do different things on different accounts. I'm also really bad at posting. So, like I haven't posted on the current, my Instagram account in quite a while. I think the last time I posted was September 12th. I'm bad at that. So let's go ahead and take a look at Diamond Art Club. And we will pull up and see what, I should just do this on the iPad so we have a bigger view of it. But we're going to do it here because the phone is easier to navigate. And we're going to look at, let's take a look at all of the releases so far, what they're advertising for releases so far, and then go from there. So first up, we have this one, which is a Peggy Collins. So there is this Peggy Collins right here, which is beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. And I think that one's beautiful, but it reminds me like a lot of Molly Harrison. So I'm like, on principle, I'd be like, well, I'm not going to buy it because Molly Harrison has hers. And I know Peggy Collins does use AI with hers. So me personally, I'm like, maybe I won't do that. So that's something that, but it is very pretty. But I do like that one. It reminds me of a Molly Harrison. And then we have these little ghosties from Catriona Crehan. Are just the cutest thing. Like, I love the little face on that ghosty. Look how precious that is. It's adorable. It's so cute. So, yeah. And so that little ghosty is adorable. I think he's cute. I think he might be my favorite of the little ghosties that they're coming out with. And then here is a Donna Gelsinger, which the little the little ghosty scene there for the room from Donna Gelsinger, which is cute, but too like Halloweeny. I don't know. It's like it's just too much holiday-esque for me. I use Pretty Litter 2 Eve. That's actually the litter that I use for my girls. Is the Pretty Litter because it's the easiest for that. And then we have Sandstar Art. I don't know who that artist is, but this is another cute little ghosty. I think they've had art out with us before, other like Halloweeny type ones. That one's adorable. Again, I like the little like plant in the corner eating things. But yes, that one is cute. And then we've got, this is one of the ones that I want. Of course, the Jeremiah Kettner. I mean, look how precious that Jeremiah Kettner is. I love it. I love the colors. I love it. It's the cat and the hedgehog and the little bat. Uh, yeah, that's right. The candy with the any candy, and there was a couple other ones. Yeah, that one. Yeah, the sunflowers, I'm like, "Let me look back at the sunflower." Oh, those sunflowers. Yeah, those, sunflowers right there are hilarious. I do like the face on the little plant, um, for that, but the Jeremiah Kettner is, like, top of my list is the Jeremiah Kettner. Um, so that's kinda like one of the big ones. This one from Catriona, Crehan is also absolutely adorable. I mean, look at how cute those little ghosties are. I love the purples and the pinks in it, so it's not just like straight orange and black, you get the colors. So I like that combination of things in there. That definitely is cute. But yes. Oh, yeah, absolutely, Eve. Gotta have the Kettners. I love the Kettners. I'm kinda sad that I missed out on the one that they released a little, like, it wasn't that long ago, another like witchy cat type one that they released that I missed because I wish listed it instead of purchasing it. So now it's sold out. All right, let me see. Catch up on what to see. And see, I wanted something that was like I went with the silicone litter for my girls, Laura, because I felt like that would be uh, like the easiest. I tried pellets when I think like Sushi was a baby, and she was like, "I don't like this, mom. I don't like this." So I did the pellets then. So I just switched her over to the pretty litter that I use with Momo. Uh, I have the pretty litter, and then I have I can actually use a combination of them. And then I also have what is it? It's like Kitty Poo Club. So it's like they send you like this cardboard box that in a bag of litter, and it's like a coated cardboard. And I changed that like once every I changed the actual box once every few weeks, but I changed the litter more frequently. So I get that, and then I change the litter and put a bag of pretty litter in, and then I'll dump that, and then I'll like so I kind of go back and forth with those. Uh I never know, Laura. Like, it's like I feel like my girls are still healthy, so it's like I think there's different types of them, but yeah, I just so it's like I've just been using that because I find it a little bit more straightforward and easier to clean, and then it keeps down any of like the urine smell, which is you don't have to worry about that. So that's one thing that I like. Yes, Tammy, that Kettner is precious. I love it. All right, so then we have this smiling scarecrow. I do like I think it's kind of cool how they did the pumpkin face, the jack-o'-lantern face for the scarecrow. I think that's kind of cute. That's gonna be like pure confetti. So if you like confetti, that's one to go for. The pure confetti. We've got Sophie, my precious Sophie. Ooh, hello. Um, so yes. Oh, this one is pretty. This is another Peggy Collins. This is Jet in the Pumpkin Patch. She's got super majestic whiskers. Look at those majestic whiskers. I don't know if you're noticing this light flickering on and off over here, but one of my lights in my studio, I think I need to replace it, or like it's got a loose wire or something because it'll periodically go off and then back on and then off and then back on. So yes, this one, I love his majestic little whiskers. Those whiskers are just something else. They're super cute for that. Yes, and then we have a Sophie is like slowly working her way back to seeing all of us again. But hey, this is a much better way than doing dishes. I loathe doing dishes. I'm very sad about the fact that I can't use my dishwasher right now because I loathe doing dishes. Is it going to keep flickering at me? Okay, I need to turn my light off and then back on because it is flickering at me. Because it's like I can do it with the light. I have to like turn the light off, and then that usually works. Because then the fan will keep spinning, but then the light will be off. I need to check the wiring and the electrical on it. That's on my to-do list. You don't like the whiskers on this one, Carol? I think those whiskers are like epic. I love them. He's got like the most pronounced, like biggest whiskers ever. I love those whiskers. I think it's the coolest thing ever. I think that's for me is my favorite part of that one is how majestic those whiskers are. Oh, you are the weirdo there, Laura, because I have despised washing dishes since I was a kid, and especially it's like a tactile thing for me. It's a touch textures stuff like um so for me I like even as a kid we always had to be like you had to wash dishes growing up. We didn't have a dishwasher until I was in like I think high school. So we were the dishwashers, And my mom had to buy me like big rubber gloves. As like a little kid, I'd be like a 7-year-old kid and I'll be like, I'm not touching those dishes unless I have gloves on. So I would have to wear like rubber gloves in order to tolerate uh them. Yeah, I could see that, taking them into so they're not quite a bright white, doing more of like a grayish tone for them. I could see that working where they're a little bit more muted and not quite as bright. Uh, so yes. Yeah. Uh yeah, she's had a lot going on between work and personal life, so she had to take a little bit of a break, but she'll be coming back hopefully soon. We all want to see more Sophie. We all want to see more Sophie. That makes no sense to me, Laura. Washing the dishes, even if you have a dishwasher. I'm like, no, no, that's the whole point of a dishwasher. Putting the dishwasher, like the dishes in you do a quick rinse and throw them in the dishwasher. And if the dishwasher isn't cleaning them, well, then you don't have a good enough dishwasher because, that's my philosophy on it. It's definitely child labor, Laura. My mom made us wash the dishes one too many times. I've been scarred for life. So, and right now I don't have a working kitchen sink. Well, my kitchen sink works. The drain does not work on my kitchen sink. And it's to the point where I have to replace the entire plumbing from the kitchen sink outside and around. So that's something that I definitely have to do. Hey, Jay Lily. Hello. Well, thank you for stopping in. Of course they do, Charmaine. Of course they use it for storage. So yes, that's one of those things that I hate not being able to use my dishwasher, but the dishwasher drains into the kitchen drain, which then drains down. And I'm too cheap to pay a plumber to do it for me. So I'm waiting for uh, my dad to be okay. I can take some time off and come over and visit and help me. And then my dad and I will replace the plumbing. Thankfully, it's not going to be like as atrocious as if I were to have to do the plumbing from like my bathrooms out. That would be a big deal, but this one will be a lot easier to do. So but I'm like, until then, I can't use my kitchen sink. So I have like a little like one of those little white plastic basins in my kitchen sink, and I put my dishes in there, and then I have to take them into the bathroom and wash them in the bathroom sink, and then take them back out to the kitchen and let them dry, and then put them away, and it's a whole ordeal. So I just don't cook, and then I never have to wash dishes if you never cook. So that's my answer to that. For that part there. All right. Yeah, but that's like I don't want to spend that money to have somebody else do it. Yes, it's called well, I don't do takeout. I do DoorDash because I'm too lazy to go out and get something because once I'm home and I don't want to go back out. So I have them bring it in, but then I'm like, but I don't want to use paper plates because that's like more garbage. So it's like I just don't cook and just eat, like a delivery and you're good. But yeah, paper plates are the way to go. I need to actually go buy some paper plates to last me. But yes, as my mom said, you shouldn't have to wash your dishes before you put them in the dishwasher. It's just wrong. So wrong for that. Uh, yeah, exactly, Charmaine. Washing dishes is like, ugh, not a fan. Not a fan. And exactly when we were kids, Jessica, my brother and I, we were the dishwashers. It was glad those years are done. But yes, so that's that whole thing. Let's see. Yeah, paper plates are the way. Yay, we have C back. Woo! I will show the girls off again in a little bit so you can see the girls now that you're home. But anyways, we'll go back to looking at the releases since we've only made it through Jet with his majestic whiskers. That reminds me of Tiffany's Flynn. So Diamonds at Tiffany's, if you've watched her, Tiffany has like some beautiful cats. And one of them, Flynn, he has some majestic whiskers that remind me of this little guy's whiskers. How did I get it where it was just you having to do it? My brother and I had to equally do chores. Okay, and then here is one of the Mrs. Butter D canvases. I always say Mrs. Buttered and so Mrs. Butter D. So that's one of the Mrs. Butter D canvases. I think that one is adorable. It's rounds. If they were only coming out with that one, then I would pick that one. Yay, we've got Lexi. Woo, hello. You're awake. Hopefully you got a nap between when you first woke up in the AM time and now. And then we have this Pumpkin Express train from Claudia McKinney, which is really pretty. The little face is kind of cool. I like the sky looks kind of cool on that, but that one's gonna be like pure confetti. So that would, yeah, pure confetti, pure confetti. This one is also ridiculously adorable. This is the Potion Room by Gubu Family. That's an artist that I'm not. I know they had one canvas with Diamond Artisan shop, but that one is super adorable, and I think that one's going on my wish list. Yes, Carol. That would be, yeah, definitely would be a good one that you could do as a great Halloween kit for next year for your husband. For that. Good. At least you did get a nap in, Lexi. I'll forgive you for being late because you got a nap. See, I mowed the lawn. That was that. Well, both my brother and I mowed the lawn, but I preferred mowing the lawn. Even like to this day, my mom is the lawn mower. Yeah, right, Charmaine. Isn't that precious? Isn't that precious? I love it. That one's going on my wish list. And then we have these kittens in costume from Teresa Donahue McManus. So they're kind of cute. They definitely have like, I believe she's one that does use some AI. So they have that like AI look to them. They're where they're like too perfect of a look, but they're cute. They're definitely cute. And their whiskers are not quite as intense as Jet's whiskers, Carol. And then I do like this one as well, the Happy Fright Night. It's so pretty. The colors, I'm a color person, so I love the colors on this one. And I like a cute little ghosty, but the colors on this one is so cute. All right, Catsy, hello. Let's see. Let me look, Tammy. The potion room, that is a square. That one is a square, and but it's not massive. It's only a 55 by 70. So it's not a massive square for that one. But exactly, Carol. These colors are something else. And it's like, yeah, it kind of has that look where you can see that there was AI worked in like the development of it, because it gives it a very smoothed look when you look at the subject, like the ghosty. But I love the colors on that one. It's so vibrant. This one is, Sophie should really get this one because you see what's in the background right there in that upper corner of that little ghosty. Perfect for Sophie. She needs that one with the owl in there. Yes, that's a must-have for Sophie. If she's still watching, she's probably like, "Why are you cursing me with this owl?" She hates owls. In case you didn't know, they're cursed for her. All right. So then we have another Teresa Donahue McManus. This is Ghost Family, which and here is your like haunted mansion. I like the sky and the moon and the clouds. So that one's kind of cute as well for that one there. Let me see. Oh, and then I know a few people that I was wondering if I'd get your reaction there, Sophie. Right? Yikes. We tagged you in this one when it released, but there were so many things in chat that you in the channel on Discord that you wouldn't have been able to notice it. Yeah, the mansion's really cool in this one. And it's very, because of how it was made, it's like very vertical lines for that one. It's quite funny. And then we have the Under the Scorpio Spell by Ennis Guerrero, which, as far as Ennis Guerreros go, that one is probably like one of the least creepy ones that I've ever seen of the Ennis's. So it's very, very muted color palette, but I mean, Ennis tends to have some more muted color palettes. But it still has 75 colors. It doesn't look like a lot, but that kit has 75 colors. Can you imagine that? I know you said it, so it's Under the Scorpio Spell. I have no idea why it's called that for that one there, but it's definitely beautiful. Yeah, the cat, he looks like a Maine Coon. The cat in the background reminds me of a Maine Coon. That's what it makes me think of when I see him for that one. And I know, like, if you the next Sailor Summer that happens, this kit will qualify according to Sophie for Sailor Summer. Yeah, I know. It's got less of like, it doesn't look like there's no like blood dripping eyes on this one. It does have, she has like the dark makeup around her eyes. But yeah, definitely a Maine Coon for that one there. And then we have another of the ghosties. This one is another Teresa Donahue McManus. It's called Forest Spirit. That one's also pretty. I like those like orangish red flowers in there. They kind of remind me of poppies. But that one's kind of cool. Again, I feel like that one's going to be, the background looks like it'll have some color blocking in it, but then of course with all the flowers and all of that, that's going to be a lot of confetti for that one. Oh, this one's cute. I do like this one. This is from Angeli Aubrey, which her tag is the Nebulous Kingdom. This is Pumpkin Cafe. And she's got some beautiful, beautiful work that she does. And that one's kind of cool. I do think that one is pretty. That would that would be Makes sense, Mom. Scorpio is the zodiac for the end of October, which is when Halloween is. That actually makes sense. Okay. So, uh, which one do you think looks weird, Laura? Rendering wise, I moved on and I can't. The ghost one. Okay, so this little guy right here. Let me look at the rendering. Oh, his eyes look like they're. If you look at the eyes on it, the eyes look like they're kind of like melting below the eyes, and that does. When I look at it, I'm like, that does kind of look a little. Looks like he's got bags under his eyes. Well, it looks like you'll have lots of options. Uh, for ghosts, Tammy, since they've got so many. Yeah, that's the thing that I'm seeing. It's like the white part on the rendering there doesn't look like it was advertised. So, yay, look at that. You, Sophie, and Katie. Yeah, the little ghost drinking the coffee is adorable. Let me see which one was that one. I don't think have I shown that one already? Let me scroll back up. No, it might be one of the later ones. We'll get to it. Let me see. Let me go back to where I was. We did the ghosty. We did the okay. This is the other one. So the two that are topping my list are this Mrs. Butterdy right here, that one right there, and it's a round, which makes me even happier because normally these room scenes like this, they usually release these in squares. Uh, yeah, I talked about that, Sophie, that you wanted that Ennis would actually like would be very Sailor Moon-esque. And it's like even though she's like she's got that, like the moon crest on there. So for that one. Yes, it makes me very happy that this one is round too. This is Mrs. Butter D. And it's not a massive size. It's the 55 by 78 basically. So it's decent. It's a good size. I like that size. Um, Right. See, I'm the same way as far as like associating the date. Like I'm a Virgo. My birthday is the end of August. My entire life, I could if you asked me, "Oh, what is the primary like zodiac for the month of August?" I would have told you Virgo. I didn't know that it was only like August 23rd to then September and that Virgo was a September thing. I grew up like my entire life I thought that Virgos were an August thing, not a September thing. Yeah, it is September, but it starts on August 23rd is when the Virgo month actually comes in, cat. So it's like you have so Virgo is August 23rd to like September 23rd ish, basically, or 22nd, somewhere around in there. So for me in my head, because I'm August 24th is my birthday, uh, so I always like associated August, my birthday month, with being a Virgo because I was a Virgo as well, and I didn't realize that it was, it's actually more of a September thing. So that was kind of, and I think is what Leo is the August one, which in my head Leo was July, but no, it's like end of July to end of August. So it's very interesting when you actually look at the dates for those types of things. Yes, it's definitely the sweet spot size wise to have it be like that 55 by like 78. So yes. Yes, happy belated birthday for you as well. This one is really like if I was one that liked confetti and, like really witchy scenes, this one is really pretty. The Waiting for the Sun to Set, the Claudia McKinney right here. This one right here is beautiful. They have some really pretty ones. I like that you don't see the face, you just see the back of the witch, and then she's got her two cats next to her. And then the cauldron. The cauldron is great. So that's kind of fun seeing that. And then, of course, they have a mystery kit, and this one is a Marigona Suli. So you're going to have that mystery kit. I think I've seen a picture of what it's guesstimated to be, and it's cute. But it's like I like the Marigona Suli art. I think they're cute, but none of them are ones that I feel like I would ever want. So I don't own any of those ones. So yes, let's see. Yeah, it's definitely I could see this one definitely like you said, see, I could see you doing this one for sure. That would be like I could see you doing because it's kind of got that fall vibes for it. Yes, I know. See, I would do her dragons. See, I would definitely do her dragons. Because I do like that dragon one. And then the next one. So now we're into this morning's releases, with the first one being this Rita Konya. Right here. So there's our Rita Konya, which I know a lot of people really want that one. Those ones are really pretty. I think they're gorgeous, but it's kind of reminds me of the Marigona Sulis, where it's going to be a lot of like confetti. We're going to have so much confetti in her dress and those leaves. It's going to be a lot of confetti and components of it with all the flowers. The bookshelf wouldn't be too bad to do. Uh, but yeah, it's yes. Yes, go get your little Simba, Berta. Get him taken care of. Yeah, for sure. Thank you for joining in. Um, and well, see, Laura, we still have some time, so we might, fingers crossed, get a Liubka cat before they're done with the releases. I think we still have a few releases to go because that was the first one for today. And then we have this. Oh, okay, this is the one you're talking about for the pumpkin ghosty. Here we go, pumpkin cuppa. There's our pumpkin cuppa right there. Yes, he's cute. His tail is kind of funny. He's like a dragon ghosty. He's a little dragon ghosty for that one. But yeah, that one's cute. It's around for that one, a little bit on the smaller side, which is nice to have that variety. And then we have another black cat. So this is going to be, this one is Black Cat with Pumpkins by Creative Studio. So there is our majestic black cat. Let me look at the render on this one. Okay, I'm not a big fan of that render. I know they did the best they can, but that style, like look at that render. I feel like with the style of art that it is and how it was like with that like aligned look, it's hard to get it done. But the render to me, it's like too many lines for that one there. Too many lines. Oh yeah, I feel like it's definitely gonna be a bloodbath for the Rita tomorrow. Lexi, definitely. Too much purple for Carol. I don't. I feel like that one's a good balance where it's purple, but then you get the other colors. I think the Marigona Suli that just recently released was very very much a lot of purple, like way more than this. But yeah, I agree that I think that's what stands out to me is that it's such a stark difference with the whites and the darks on this one here to get it in that diamond painting form to look like what the actual original art was. The bats are cute. I do like the little bats. I think they're kind of cute in the background. I think that's my favorite part of this one are the little bats. And then we have our another Peggy Collins. This is Witchy Woman. So there is the Peggy Collins Witchy Woman. Again, that's going to be so much confetti. So if you love confetti, that's the perfect kit for you. Yeah, exactly, Mom. It's like the painting of the cat is kind of cool, but the rendering is like very, very harsh to render it. But I feel like with that style, it's hard to not do it like that. I had to lower my chair because I couldn't sit cross-legged with this leg up with my chair at the height it was at because my canvas is rolled on the edge of my table here. Yes, this she's definitely stunning. This witchy woman is definitely stunning. What's kind of funny is when you look at the picture very, very closely, which is hard to tell, the um, cat tail. Let me screenshot it and then zoom in on it so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But the cat tail looks like he's got a double tail with how it's done. It's hard to see. Let me make him even bigger so you guys can see what I'm talking about here. All right. Now let me go pull up my photos and we're going to look at that so you guys can actually see it. Because I'm not fancy like Laura. I don't have this set up to do oh, that's a good point. It does look like that. But yeah, so this is the cat and the way it is, I think a lot of it is just the shadow. One, his tail is way too long, but you can see how the tail comes from like right here and then runs over. And then to me, it's kind of like he shadows behind and curls around behind him. So he either has a ridiculously long tail or it's like an artifact for that. So yes. So that's kind of the thing that throws me off, but the render looks fine. When you look at the render, you don't get that same look on the render. So I'll zoom in and I'll show you guys the render. Yes, you are fancy, Laura. You use what is it, like the where you can actually like the thing that you can use to help you being able to see like share your screen and stuff like that for that. All right, so here is the render, which the tail looks fine in the render. Like I think the tail looks great in the render, but in the original, I'm not so much of a fan of the tail in the original of that cat. Oh, do you guys want to see the ridiculousness that was Mochi earlier today? Yeah, so it should have curled back under. It's like definitely looks like it's way too long. And the cat is tiny compared to, the figure, and it's not like foreground versus StreamYard. There you go. I couldn't like words challenging. But exactly, you use StreamYard, and I'm like, it's all I can do to figure out how to actually go live on my computer, let alone doing StreamYard, because then I could just be pulling up and showing the photos for you guys. Big picture would be right on there. But look at this ridiculousness. Look at that ridiculousness. This was earlier today. Look at that. Look at that. She's so much fun. Love it. Look at her little face. She was sitting on my lap. She was a happy cat. Tiffany. Tiffany's awake and alive. Hello. Uh, yeah, but she was being such a sweet baby. Such a sweet baby. She was like, "Mom will hold me." I was cross stitching and she made me hold her, and I had to hold her. It was probably almost like 45 minutes that she laid in my lap and made me hold her. It was quite hilarious. But yeah. Oh, let's see. We just got a couple more that they've actually shown so far. Yeah, and it's like I haven't even bothered looking at StreamYard to figure it out because that's a lot. And then we have this one right here. I think this is the Sheena Pike, right? I think that's the Sheena Pike. But we have this one, which is cute. Yes, that is a Sheena Pike. It's interesting seeing it because I'm it's a pocket cat, Tiffany. That's good. That's a way to think about it. Because I feel like the cat, if the cat was sitting up on like right there, I feel like it would work like perspective wise. But with the cat right there and being so tiny, the cat's just like one of my girls. They're tiny, but it's a beautiful painting, and like uh, the colors are vibrant and everything. And I do like the render on her hair and her dress. I think that's rendered very well. Um, but yeah, there's the Sheena Pike, which was from a little bit earlier. And then we have this little ghosty. This is another Claudia McKinney for these little ghosties here. But those are cute. It's kind of like, the classic Halloween type canvas. Very cute. And then let me see if I think that was the only other one that's released. Let me go back over here. Yeah, so that's what they've released so far. I think we're still waiting on 4 more. We have 4 more to go for today. Exactly. Perspective is definitely off on that one. You guys want to see something ridiculous? Oh, I'm sorry for disturbing you. I'm sorry for disturbing you. Look at that. Her face is all, she picked her face up to look at me because I picked her up and disturbed her. So I know there's a couple kits that I'm still hoping to see out of those final 4, but look at that. Look at them all. This is her box. She's had this box for 2.5 years now. There was definitely a lot of AI, Sophie. Not as much actually as what there was last year, which you didn't get to see those because you were gone a lot and underway and everything. I should definitely try it, Tammy. But look at her. She's glaring at me because I disturbed her. I disturbed the royal queen bee. She's ridiculous. Look at that, resting her chin on the edge. I know I bumped stuff, but look how cute she is when she's all curled up in her box. And look how little that box is. This is how little and tiny this box is, and this is Mochi's box. I mean, look at that. Look at that cutie patootie. Hi, Momos. I love you. I love you. What? Don't give me that. Don't look at me like that. You can see the slobber marks on the wings of the box. There's drool marks because with her lack of teeth, when she purrs, she drools. It's so funny because she just starts drooling now when she's, what, baby? So there's our Momo. Right? My girls are so tiny, they easily fit in here. That's Mochi's box, though. Like, literally, we've had that box for 2.5 years. It would be hilarious seeing, like, hi, Mo, Susu, are you jealous? Well, come here, baby. Come here. Get your carcass over here. Hi, come here. Come here. Oh, hello. Hello, baby cat. Oh, there's our baby. There's our baby. Hi. There's our fat Susu. Yeah, but it would be hilarious trying to see him in there. Look at your fat belly. Look at your fat belly right there. You got such a fat belly. She wanted me to hold her again. Oh, poor Nova is outgrowing her box. It's already buckling underneath her. Well, you just have to, find a box that's the perfect size for her where it looks like it's too small, but then she can fit into it. Hi, baby. I love you too. Oh, right. They're so finicky, cat. They like their you get them these fancy beds and then, they're like, I don't care about the bed. I want my, stuff. All right, let me see what it is. Oh yeah, we will have a fun at the wedding, Tammy. That definitely is something that you want to get ready for. And make sure you're all ready and prepped for the wedding. What baby? What baby? Right here is my chaos kitty, my little susu butt. She's being all sweet because I'm home. So she's like a sweet baby right now. Because normally when I'm gone during the day, all they do is sleep. So she's pure chaos when I get home. And I've been home the majority of the day, minus a few hours this morning. So she hasn't gotten to do her normal sleeps. So she's a tired baby. Of course, you have to baby talk them. They're the babies. I call her the baby. She's the baby. Sushi is my baby. Hi, baby cat. Are you my baby? Are you my baby? Give me your face. Give me your face. Thank you. Oh, I love you too. She loves to give me her face. Give me your face. Come on. Oh, no, you're going to kiss me. Hi. Thank you. That was sweet. Thank you for kisses. Can I have your face? Sushi, right here. Give me your face. Give me your face. Come on. She's like, no, Mom, I'm laying here. Normally, she puts her face in my hand if I do this to her, just like that. You see that? See what she just did? Is that not the most precious thing ever? Absolutely precious. But yes, this is the Susu. She's not sassing me with her sassy tails. That's a rare. Normally I get sassed. Uh, but yeah, they don't go for the cute beds. It's like they're like, oh, we want to lay in this box, or I'm gonna lay next to the bed, and I'm like, but you have a nice bed. Oh, that's great. It's a sushi bed. Ooh. I know. I love the one that Laura has, her ramen bed that she has for the cats. That one cracks me up. I love it. Oh, are you giving me claws? She's kneading on my chest. And see that? See that little foot right there? Yes. Look at how sweet she is. She's my sweet baby. She's such a sweet baby. I know I love you too. She's purring, in case you were curious. It's purr, 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 purr. Oh, see, I've thought about doing that with my girls, but my girls with their sassy attitudes would totally be like, human. Ha, I'm not doing that. Oh, that's funny. That's great that it's now Sterling's bed. I have this pillow. It's basically it's just a regular pillow from the bed that my mom did like a fleecy um cover and kind of like stitch an ML on it. So when it was Mylan's bed, and Mylan loved to lay on it, but now that I don't have Mylan anymore, Sushi or Mochi has actually claimed that as her bed. So more often than not, when I'm in here in the studio, we have Mochi laying on Mylan's old bed. She loves it. That's like outside of her box. That's her favorite one. This little one has a basket over by the window, and then she also has her hammock, her little hammock thing that she was laying in on the cat perch. I don't know what to call those. The hammock thingy. We've got a Susu here. Now she's sassing me with her tail. But yeah, my dog, she had she was very picky on what bed she liked, but she would sprawl on the bed. It was so cute for that. But yes, she has a fluffy pillow that she likes. So I have Sushi has a rainbow pillow that I keep next to my bed, and that's what she sleeps on. She doesn't sleep on the bed with me most of the time. She usually sleeps in her rainbow pillow. So I love it. It's the cutest thing ever. Oh, I need to look at this from Laura. All right. Oh my goodness. Can I show off the picture of Sterling in his ramen bed? Because that is epically adorable. And I definitely want to show him off. He's so pretty. He's so pretty. What are you doing, Susu? Are you sassing me now? You kicked your tail at me. What? All right. So look at how pretty that he is. Look at how beautiful Sterling is. And look at him in that bed. He looks so comfy in that bed. I like that you've added all the extra padding in there. He's like, this is mine. My girls together would take up the size of him on that bed. Hello, Felicia. But yeah, Sterling is so pretty. I love his subtle, well, we can't see because we have a cat blocking our view. But I love the subtle stripes on his back legs that you see right there. I think those are the cutest thing ever. I have this thing for tabbies. Hence, both of my girls are like this one is a torty tabby. Yes. So I definitely have a thing for. Oh, you didn't clean your butt. She has a poopy butt. I'll have to deal with that later. Get you down on the floor. But I definitely have a thing for tabbies. Hence, Sushi being a torty tabby. What, baby? Go lay down. And then Momo being a blue tabby and white. But yes, his bed is precious, Laura. I love that. That's perfection. Yeah, and I think that's well, see, Tiffany, Paya is actually Mochi's twin. They're the same cat, just different breeds of cat, but they're the same cat. Especially when you look at them. But yes, and I think that's part of why I love Paya so much, because she's definitely like basically Mochi. She's basically Momo. I mean, look at her markings. Look at these markings. This is basically Paya. Now I want to like I'm gonna pull up a. Can I show a photo of Paya if I find one? I'm gonna look for one and see one because she's gorgeous. All right, let me go to photos. Okay, let me look at photos. Let me look back and see if I can find a photo of Paya. Because you never send them you never send them enough, like enough photos of Paya. I need all the photos of Paya. Oh, that's totally cracking me up. Sees a photo of Suit. He's in his tiny box. He's so ridiculous. All right. Let me scroll all the pictures of my girls because I post all the photos of my girls. All the photos of my girls. I could just do this faster. I don't know why I'm doing this the long way. Let me go ahead and go back to the cats and search and just search Paya in messages. Okay. Yeah. See, look. This right here is totally, sorry, Mo, you're in my way. Totally Mochi's twin. Look at her. She's totally Mochi's twin. And let me see another photo of Paya, Miss Paya. She's totally Mochi's twin. Look at that. That's Mochi's twin right there. Paya is totally Mochi's twin. They're the same cat. I love it. Let me see what am I missing on. Okay. Yeah, the Tonkinese, it looks like they definitely can because Sterling has them and he's the cutest thing ever. He is definitely gorgeous. Yes, so that is Miss Paya, who is Tiffany, one of Tiffany's cats, and she is so sweet. Yes, and I think that's because Mochi doesn't look as gray because her hair is two-toned. See, look at that toothless grin. So few teeth in that grin. But her hair is two-toned, so if you were to like cut her, like half of the length of her hair off, she would be the exact same color as Paya with that grayish blue. So she's technically a blue tabby and white, but when you look at her, you think, oh, she's a light brown. But she's not a regular tabby and white. She's that grayish blue tabby and white is her actual coloring, which you can see subtly if you look at like her bald spots. It's so funny. That's hilarious. See, apparently Suit found a sunbeam and was playing dead when she got home. That's hilarious. All right, I need to go look at the photos that Kat sent. All right. Oh my goodness, that bed is perfection. Look at that bed. It reminds me very much of Sterling's bed. So that is Kat's bed. He's so cute. Or the bed is so cute. And then, oh my goodness, look at that fluffy sass. Look at that fluffy sass. He's beautiful. That's Sebastian. Oh, we have a stretchy Moch. But he is beautiful. Yes. They are something else. I love it. Hi, Momo. Is you sniffing me? You better not give me stank face. Yes, you. But yeah, anywho. Apparently let's go look at what the newest release was. I think everybody's freaking out about the newest release that they showcased. Okay, so this is another Ennis. This one right here is like, there's a, I need to move you just slightly. You're in my way. Don't glare at me. All right. So look at this. So this is the one that they just released. That's another Ennis, which that to me is very much like classical, typical Ennis, where you've got like the wounds on her arms. Don't walk on the computer because then you're probably going to do something. Mochi's like, just passing through, mom. Just passing through. Um, but yeah, the Ennis definitely gives me like classic Ennis vibes for that one there. Which very like fantastic artist. What's the color palette on that one? 56 colors. It always boggles my mind when you see something like this that looks very monotone coloring wise. It looks very like muted palette, but it still has 56 colors in it. That's always the crazy part for me. Is seeing that. So now we're down to just 3 more releases. See, like what I would uh um what I would love to see, yeah, same thing with the Lavelle ones. And I don't own any of uh hers. I don't own any of his, neither of those. And it's like some people are like huge Ennis fans, just like me. I'm a huge Yume fan. I also love my Liubkas, and I like, so if I could say what I was hoping to get for this next the next few releases, I would love to see like a Liubka Halloween cat. That would be like perfection to have a Liubka Halloween cat. And then also on top of that, I would also love to see like there's a Yume that there's like one Yume that I think she did is kind of like a Halloween joke kind of thing. But let me go ahead and pull it up and I'll show you guys. Because I basically anytime there's voting, I go in and I save the kits that I have voted for. So that way I can like I put them into a collage so that way I can go back and see ooh, excuse me, what they look like. So I also there's also 2 kits that I would love to have seen are one, this cute Sybil right here. Like look how adorable that is. I would love to have that one right there. And then I would also love to have this one right here, that Marilyn Casanova. Like, look at those 2 would be perfection. Super cute. Let me see. And then I'll look at Tiffany's photos that she just sent me. I want to see the other Halloween ones that I'm looking for. Ah, yes. This right here is the one which was the same round of voting that some of these are in. I mean, look at that Yume. Look at how cute that is. And look at the look on that pumpkin's face. I really want this kit. I want this to be a kit so bad. Look at the look on the pumpkin's face and look at how she's holding 2 knives. She's like, I'm going to carve that pumpkin. So, yes, I want that Yume. I want the that Sybil. I love all of Sybil's stuff. I want them to release more Sybil. And then let's see what else. Yeah, I think those are the main ones. So those are kind of like the things that I want. Oh my goodness, there's my precious Paya. Here are the latest photos of the precious Paya. Look at how beautiful she is. Look at how beautiful Paya is. She's such a pretty girl. I love her sass. So that one. Look at that face. Look at that face. Oh my goodness. Such a sweet face. And then she's like, "Why you looking at me?" Got that sass on her. I love it. Right? Uh that's the coloring that if we shaved Mochi, she's got that same coloring and like the same markings, the same like shoulder tuxedo on. Yes, Paya's gorgeous. She's my favorite of Tiffany's cats. I love Flynn's whiskers. They're impressive, but I love Paya. Paya is just stunning. She's a beauty. And she's my favorite. So I'm always like, I need Paya photos. Where's my Paya photos? So Tiffany has to give me Paya photos. Um, ooh, that's a good point, Lexi. I wonder if they do the Yume, it might end up being like the last preview because we still have what I said 3 more to go. I would love to have. No big deal. We all do that, Sophie. I would love to have a like that, like, I love the Marilyn Casanovas. They're so cute. They're so pretty. And they're just happy ones. Because it's like then you get something besides like all the ghosts, which the ghosties are great, but I feel like we have a lot of ghosties this round that they're showcasing. And I feel like it would be one of those things where it would be nice to be able to see, a little bit more variety besides just the ghosties. I do like some of those show releases that they're showing today. I feel like that's some a little bit more variety, which I like. I like the fact that we've had a lot more variety in these 7 so far. And that's been fun. I know I've done a couple has it been only 1 or 2 Kazanavas that I've done? Oh, my other pillow fell over. I think I've done a couple Kazanavas. Let me look at my finishes and see. I know I did the pug one. We're going to go for finishes. I finished so many kits in here, you guys. My finishes folder doesn't even have everything. And I'm at like 245 finishes, I think, in here, photos that I have in here. I'll show the Halloween pug in a second. This is the Maryland Casanova that I did that first September before I lost Mylan. Was this one. It was a partial, but it was very pretty. I mean, look at it. Very, very pretty. I loved it. And I thought that was precious. Absolutely precious. Let me see if I've done any other Maryland Casanovas. I want to say that there might have been another one that I've done, or I know I have one in my hoard. That I know I do have one in the hoard. Let me look and see if I've done any others. Scrolling. Got all the images that I'm scrolling through. It's a lot of images. Okay. I think it might have been just those 2. Or just that one, and then the ones in my hoard, which I'm going to go pull up and look at those to show them off once I finish through here. Okay, let's see. Yep. Okay. That will have to be yeah. All right. Let me go ahead and look at my gems flow, and we're going to look at, I think it was like butterfly pugs. Okay, I have 2 more. I just have not worked on them yet. So I have this one, which is butterfly pug. This is one of the Amazon kits. That's another Maryland Casanova. Oh yeah, Laura. I called it the Horde for like the last 2 years because it's like we do diamond painting. What are diamonds? Shiny. What do our kits look like when they're done? They shine. So dragons like diamonds and jewels and other like shiny things. So that means that hence dragons have hordes. So because it's shiny and it's diamonds, we're hoarding them. So that's kind of like the stream of consciousness that turned into me calling it a hoard instead of a stash. And then the other one that I have is Pug and Smoothie, which is one that I got from a D stash early on. It was a discontinued one, but I think that one is precious with the color. Yeah. So it's so pretty. So I love that one from Maryland Casanova as well. So pretty. And now let's go back over to Insta and we're going to look at we're going to look at my photo. My photos to see which one I was referencing. We'll go back to the voting. Let me go back to votes. And I will show off that one. Let's see here. Let me go scroll back down and have to find it again because I'm really good at. Okay, here we go. Yes, so this is the other little pug right here. That's the other little pug, the trick or treat. So that one is super cute. Look at that. Yeah, the butterfly pug is an Amazon and it's still available on Amazon. I would love to see some Liukas and more Sybil's. Obviously, Sybil has so many kits that would work. Let me look through and see. Go back to Instagram. Let's go with Sybil art. So yeah, she has so many different ones that would work for Halloween ones because she'll typically do like releases along that line, and I love it. She's got like the 2 main styles that she does. She does like the cutesy ones, and then she also does like the more like doll or then like the beautiful ladies. Like here we have Wednesday. So this is a Sybil. That's a Wednesday. Isn't that beautiful? I love that. That would be a gorgeous one. And then we have this one right here. She is stunning as well. And that one is Morticia. So many pretty ones. Oh, here's a Nutcracker one that she did in preparation for the holidays. Look at that. So pretty. Like, I love all of the Sybils, and then, of course, we have the beautiful women, the Sybils that I love. I mean, look at how beautiful. So she has, like, the 2 distinct styles that you'll see. You'll see the cutesy ones, but then you also have these gorgeous, ladies. And, like, I love her Zodiac series. Her Zodiac series is beautiful. Here's one of them from, like, that's on a beautiful Cancer one. They're so pretty. Um, so yes, it's like I love them all. I think they're fabulous. I love her. This is her Ursula is like, oh, I love it. I know we'll never get like any of her Disney ones released. Uh, but I wish we would. From all that I'm aware of, she's only with Diamond Art Club. I wish that we had her with more places so I could see more kits from her released. But unfortunately, I think she's only with Diamond Art Club and they've only released that one kit so far. I'm like, I really want more. Release more. Like this one, I actually own the original. I actually own the original painting of that one right there. It's stunning. Yeah, she used to be at both Craft Ease and DIY Moon Shop. So I have a bunch of kits from her that are from both Craft Ease and DIY Moon. Because she was at both of those, but then of course, there was that whole fiasco with DIY Moon, like last year, and then Crafties just closed a few months ago with like whole tariffs. There's been a lot of them in voting. There was like a round of votes where I think there were like 10 civils in there. They just haven't made any of them yet. They have not made any of them, and I'm like, come on, I need me some civils. Because like this is her take on Ariel, which I think is beautiful. I don't normally do red in paintings, but I would totally get that one because it's just stunning for that. And then like here, like they're just so beautiful. Like look at these. So she did an exhibition on the theme of 4 seasons and Japan. So she did these 4 geishas to each represent a different season. And look how stunning they are. They're beautiful. I love her geisha line that she's done. They're so stunning. But yes, I am on Sybil's Patreon, so I get to see all of her new stuff as she's working on it before she posts it publicly. Because I love her work. It's just so pretty. So pretty. But anywho, those are Sybil's, and I love Sybil. Right. They really need to start like rendering and like releasing more of the Sybil's. Yeah, I love the one that I have the original of. It's basically like right on the other side of the wall, right there, is where it is. But my hair is all weird. I just got my hair cut last week, so it's short in preparation for since I just got it cut last week. But yeah, I have a lot of Sybil's. Actually, how many Sybil's do I have? Let me look. Let me look. I can type this in because I've started like putting my kits by name. I have 13 Sybil's, plus I have completed 2 Sybil's. I want to say that haven't I completed a third one other than that? I thought so. I'm just not seeing it I just may not have labeled it because it's in my completed pile. So I technically have 16 Sybil's, but I have completed 3 of them. So I have 13 left to complete. I don't know what the balloons were all about. That was weird. But yes, that's something that yeah, I want to do. I think I actually technically have 2 of one of them, I want to say. Yeah, I've already completed Japte Pearls. And then I somehow ended up like with another Japte Pearls. So I'm going to complete that one in a different way, like a different bling for that one because I'm curious to see how it'll turn out compared to how I blinged the other one up that I did back in July of 23, which was like one of my first experiences with blinging was that one. So I kind of want to see how they compare and do. So out of all of I know we've looked at all of the releases that they have so far, minus the 3 they haven't showed. What is everybody planning on purchasing tomorrow? Do you guys plan on purchasing anything? Are you going to try to be good and or any of that, or what? So I want to see what you guys think. So nothing yet for Laura. We know that if they release a Liubka cat, a Halloween Liubka cat, that Laura will be buying that. And for me, there's that Mrs. Buttergee, right? Especially now that they've released those Ennis's, Tiffany, because I know you like those. now that they've released those, that's gonna be part of it. Let me go ahead and let me look up and see if some Lyubka cats and see if I can find a Halloween cat. Lyubka. All right. Oh, I was not following Lyubka. How was I not? Right. I feel like that definitely changes your purchase list. So it's hard to decide until you see all of the releases. Um, but yes. Oh, I know. That's why for the shutdown definitely is one of those reasons why I'm like, am I just gonna wish list? Am I gonna purchase? I do have Navy Federal, so I was able to they'll give me like that 0% loan until my paycheck comes in, but let me look and see some Halloween Lyubka cats. Oh, I like there's a ton of like a whole Christmas series of them. Those are cute from last Christmas. Let me look and see. Oh, look at those. Look at these. I love them. I think they're the cutest thing ever. Like, how precious is that right there? It's so cute. And then you have just like the fall leaves. I like that one with like the fall leaves. So it's not necessarily pure Halloween, it's more of the autumn and fall. And we have more pumpkins. We have all the kitty cats. I love them. I love the look of these. It's like her style of artwork is just the cutest. It is beyond adorable and I love it. These cats are just like I think I have finally acquired all of the Lyubka cats so far that have been released so far because they are like a must have with these little cats. And then it's like I just have to, have them release more. So I'm really intrigued to see what the last couple releases are going to end up being, um, because that'll definitely be interesting to see. All right, let me see. But I just put the Halloween. Uh, right, I didn't even. Well, that's because I wasn't following her, Laura. Because apparently, I'm like hardly ever on this. I like scatterbrained, and sometimes I'll be like, oh, I haven't gone over to my other Instagram in X amount of time because I have multiple Instagrams. Oh, but thank you for joining in, Mom. Go have fun at dinner. Yeah, I don't know that I've finished any of my lube because I don't think I have. They're being hoarded as well. I'm hoarding them as well. Let me look at my gems flow and I can tell you if I'm hoarding them or not. If I've finished any. Yeah, I have all 5 that they've released so far, and all 5 of them are in my rainy day hoard. So yes. Yeah, this is all 5 of them are in the rainy day hoard, as you can see right there. If they have a cherry blossom next to them, that's rainy day hoard. I am thinking of changing the color on kitchen cats and doing it in like a minty green. I know I saw somebody that did do that with their version of it, so it would match their actual kitchen. So I'm really contemplating doing the color change and taking all of this yellow because I don't like yellow, taking all of that yellow and turning it into a light blue for that image. I think that would be because I saw somebody did it on the VIP group and it was really cute when it was done. So I may end up doing that. And it's a small canvas, so it'll not something that would take a ton of drills. But yes, these are the cutest thing ever. They're precious. But yeah, so I'm really intrigued. I'm like, well, if they don't release the Yume, I might end up just like wish listing the kits that I want. Uh so we will see. Because if I might just end up wish listing everything, but if they release the Yume, you guys know I am buying the Yume because I have every Yume. I even have version 1 of Flower Delivery. Flower Delivery V1 and V2 are technically the only 2 Yumeis that I've finished because they're all in my rainy day hoard. I think all of them are in my rainy day hoard because I love them all. And I'm like, I don't want to do them because then they're done. So that's my thing. It's like when you do it, then it's done and you can't do it again. So it's kind of like that bittersweet because you have fun doing those ones that are in the rainy day stash and that rainy day hoard where you're saving them for that special occasion. But on the flip side of it, once it's done, and then you can't do it again unless you go buy it again. But it is definitely, I know, yeah, they did 2 Ennis's, Tiffany. That is like so tough. So tough deciding. That's like with the two Mrs. Butterdeep canvases. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna buy both. But yes, yeah, my Yumeis are all hoarded. I need to clean my cloth because it's not cleaning my glasses very well. So I still have like grease smudges on my glasses. Gotta clean them. All right, let me see. Ooh, I think technically I need to just get new glasses. I'm due for it. It's been like the summer is usually when I go in and get them done. But yeah, so which one did you start, Kat? For which Yume did you start? Because I know, like, I'm trying to think of which one I would do next. I'm debating. I'm debating that moment. Let me look at my list. I feel like, well, I already planned the bling for two of them. I planned the bling for two Yume, so I feel like they're going to be the next ones. That's such a shame, Laura. How do you only have two or one Yume in all of your uh oh, out of one Yume whip? I thought you were saying you only owned one Yume, and I'm like, how do you only own one Yume? Okay, you only have one Yume whip. Um and that one, yes. So the two kits that I did plan out, um the bling for was because I had a couple friends that were asking for my recommendations for bling. So I have my bling list planned out, which is a combination of the DP with Sparklers bling set and then my own version, because sometimes I don't like some of the things that they do because they use a lot of crystals, and I prefer the like ABs and fairy dust to crystals and crystal ABs. I love a crystal AB and a crystal confetti. Those are fantastic. All sorts of specials. So I feel like they never add enough ABs for my liking. So I added extra bling to, like, the top are the DPU Sparkler suggestions, and then the bottom are my suggestions. And this is going to be for Petals Fall. Let me pull that one up so you can see what Petals Fall is. So Petals Fall is the flute. So I planned out a bling for that one for a friend. And then I also planned out the bling. I think that one I planned out for Jessica. And then the one that I did for, I think this is the one that I did for C. It might be backwards, but it's in this moment is the other one that I planned out the bling for. So I have the DP with sparklers that I would keep over on the side. I know you guys can't, yes, you can see these are the ones that I would keep over here. And then up at the top are going to be the additions that I would make right there. So yes. Yeah, okay. It was the in this moment is the one for that I did for C. So I saved them so that way I have the enhancement suggestions. So the next UMAs I'm going to work on are going to have to be these two because I already planned the bling and the enhancements for them. So that's something that I definitely would want to do. Oh, hopefully it comes soon. Hopefully, like, because didn't they say something about like doing the rolling strikes so that way it's, you know, you get some stuff that you can get shipped out. So hopefully that means that you can get your bling soon. Otherwise, you're gonna have a million whips before you can get to that kit. So that's something that I'll need to see. But yeah, so in case you didn't know, C is in Canada, and all of our Canadian friends are being impacted by the postal strike, which has been like a perpetual thing. And it's usually around the holidays they re-engage their strike. I feel like they've been doing this every year uh, lately, I feel like. All right, let me see what chat I need to catch up on. Yeah, Seating Imagination, the turtle one. That one's beautiful. It's huge, but it's beautiful. And all of the Yumes, there's a lot of like, you have patches of color blocking, but then you have areas with tons of confetti. But part of it, what makes it look so stunning. I have all of them. That's a good portion of my hoard right there. Yes. You're right. Yeah, it's definitely that back and forth. So my job, I'm still working because I'm active duty. So we still work even if we don't get paid. So the shutdown is definitely like that impacts all of us because all of us active duty and government employees, we are not getting paid next week because there is no budget. So there is no money for dispersed to be able to pay us. So we still go to work. Sophie and I still go to work, but we just aren't getting paid even though we're going to work. But I have my bank has basically said that they will do like essentially a 0% interest loan, essentially. So basically, they'll cut you the money that you would have normally gotten on your normal payday, and then when the government goes back in and does like their back pay, they'll just pull that money out before it goes into your account. Yeah, exactly. So we're even busier now. Like Sophie said, we're even busier now since the most of our, because it's like there's three categories in the military. You have your active duty, and then you also have your government service or your what we call our civilians. And then you also have what are called the contractors. So they technically work for a contract company, and then the contract company works for us. But usually, money for contracts is dispersed differently, and they get their money ahead of time. So we end up with a lot. So, like for me, we have our contractors still at work, but a lot of our GS, so our civilians, are not at work because they're furloughed. They don't go to work. So they stay home, and then we still have some civilians that are coming in because they're considered like a exempt group, and except so they have to come to work, but they're also not going to get paid until there is a budget to pay them. So us and our civilians that are coming into work every day are, one, we have to pick up all the slack of the people that are not coming in because of the furlough, and then two, we have to so we have to do that. We also then have to do pick up all that slack, and we're not getting paid while this is going on. So I'm definitely, yeah, Carol, I'm definitely glad that my bank is good, because it's, it's a bank for active duty. So I'm hopefully they will resolve this soon, because it's just ridiculous. This is the first time I feel like there's been essentially the threat of a government shutdown every year since 2013, and 2013 was the first one that I remember of an actual shutdown, and then we had a shutdown, I think, again in, like, I think it was either 18 or 19. I think it was 19. Was the other time that we had the government shutdown. But both of those times that they did the government shutdown, they had passed a bill, so active duty military, we still got paid like normal. This is the first time that they've done it, and they haven't passed a bill to continue military pay. Yeah, that's the first one that I remember. That one was, oh my goodness, that one was like, I'd been in the Navy for like a year at that point in time, the one back in 2013, and we furloughed. So furloughing is basically where we send our staff home because we don't have the money to pay them. So they go home, and then we have to pick up the slack. So we furloughed a ton of our civilian staff then. This year, they've actually made it where if you see patients and are involved in direct patient care at a hospital, you are considered a uh, exempt or a required personnel. So you still have to come into work, even though you're not getting paid. Versus back in 2013, we had gotten some of them. So, like my physical therapists that worked for me in 2013 were still had to come to work. They were exempted, but my physical therapy assistants were furloughed, which I'm like, that makes no sense because they still see patients. So why are we like one but not the other? So it was like we didn't have our PTAs were furloughed, our front desk staff were furloughed, and but then we were able to exempt our physical therapists. And I still remember back in 2013, one of the things was like, if somebody is on leave, if they want to come, if they want to still be able to come back to work and not be furloughed, they had to be back to work within 24 hours. So, and it didn't matter where they were, what they were doing, they had to be back at work. I had one of my civilians that was at a conference in, I think, Canada, and I had to call her and be like, you have 24 hours to get back here. Otherwise, you're going to be put on furlough. So she had to then, get all of the flights changed, get everything moved to get back ASAP from where she was presenting at a conference in Canada, because that was the only way that she'd be able to continue and go back to work. Yeah, so it was a lot. Yeah, Felicia. So you definitely see it if he works at a MEPS facility. But yeah. So definitely we need a budget. We need a budget passed so that way all of us government employees can actually get paid for the work that those of us that are at work right now, so that way we can get paid for the work that we actually are doing. Because we're doing a lot, especially when you have to pick up the slack for the civilian counterparts that aren't there because they were told to go home. So yeah, it's definitely a lot. But anyways, enough of the doom and gloom about the politics side of everything. Yeah, right. It would just be so nice if we got them back. Uh, yeah, exactly, Alexi. It's like I think I was seeing something where um they I was seeing something recently that was talking about there was like a small airport in like outside of the LA area where their air traffic control was furloughed because they were FAA government, so they were put on furlough. So the airport basically had to go to like operate as if it's like an official full airport, but they had to go to operating with no tower control. So they had to do the communication with each other aircraft for landing as if it was just like one of the small municipal airports that doesn't have air traffic control. Which that yes, I can see how that would definitely you're feeling the crunch with that. Well, thank you for joining, Laura. Have fun at dinner. Go enjoy your chow and your food, and give those babies some lovings. Thank you for joining in. I need to, I let me set an alarm on my phone so I don't forget Mondays. Your lives on Mondays that I keep forgetting. So I'm going to set a reminder on here. That way I can stop forgetting because I always forget. Because yes, so we're putting this in. Laura's live. Be there. Because I keep forgetting and I always feel so bad because I'm like, no. Okay. I've done that. Let me set myself a reminder and we're going to do a second alert 5 minutes before. All right. Oh, I need to repeat that. Let me go ahead and come in here. I want to make it repeating. It needs to be a repeating reminder event. We are going to repeat every week. There we go. It is now in my phone, so hopefully I will remember. Because I'm so bad at remembering that. But anyways, yeah, Felicia. So right, like your husband still has to work because he's at MEPS. They all have to work, and then also on top of that, like everybody's still going to boot camp the same as they would regularly. They're just not going to get paid. There's usually a little bit of a delay when they go to boot camp and getting everything up. So I know, Carol, I need to be there. I set a reminder on my phone. I'm supposed to have people remind me, but Mackenzie's usually at work. Otherwise, Mackenzie usually reminds me as well. And it's like usually when I remember it's because Mackenzie reminded me. That's usually what happens. I'm so bad at it. But anywho, let's see. Oh, they're so cute. The girls are all curled up and sleeping. Mochi is underneath my diamond painting desk, all curled in a little tiny cat ball. And then Sushi is back in the hammock, being Susu, being an adorable little sushi monger. I mean, you can see there's a head. She heard me talk about her, so she had to lift the head up. Huh, Susu? Sushi! Hi, baby. You can glare. Give me the evil eye. You're funny. You can't tell from here, but she opened her eyes to look at me because that's what she does. But yes. So, anywho, I'm like, oh, I should probably eat something. I had a grilled cheese from Starbucks for my lunch/breakfast earlier, but I'm like, I should probably eat real food. I go pull something out of the freezer and stick it in the microwave because that's my version of real food since I don't cook. Unless I go visit my mom. And then if I visit my parents, then I get all the food because she cooks and she's an amazing cook. But unless I'm visiting her, oh, let me show you. I will show you my current whip. Let's pull it. I have to put the plastic down. I moved my pens. Oh, I just spilled drills from the. There we go. All right. I am working on Muni Made Embrace of the Pumpkin from the artist Kikawa. That's what I'm working on right now. Look at how sparkly it is. I love how sparkly Muni Made rounds are. So I've got this whole section right here. This whole section is done. And then the ABs, I'm adding some ABs onto like her arm right there, holding onto the pumpkin. And I've started working into the pumpkin's face. So I have the eyes of the pumpkin done. So I have the eyes here. I have this strip of ABs here. And then I have all of this whole section here done. But that's where I'm at. I've finished that stuff. And then so my goal for today before I go to call it a night tonight is to finish this bottom half of this canvas. It's so pretty. This one is one of my, I bought this one last year and I've been really anticipating doing it. I did add a few colors to it. So this does have some glow drills. So like the white in the pumpkin, those are glow drills. And then there's like a couple of this purple of our ghosty, our little ghosty zero. That's also glow drills, but I added an additional one. So the outline of the ghost is ABs. So I added ABs there. So I added like 2 shades of blue AB into here. And then I also added like the purple in her hair right up top that you can't really tell, but the purple in her hair is actually fairy dust or pixie dust, depending on, which bottle I grabbed, but it's dust drills up top. And then the pumpkin, I've got 2 more dust drills that I'm going to add for the actual pumpkin himself, because he's gonna be mostly blamed. So it's like we've got these two ABs that I added in for the outline of Ghosty Zero. And then these two dust drills here, which you can see how pretty those purples are. So those two dust drills for her hair, for Sally's hair. And then we also have these two dust drills here for our pumpkin, because the pumpkin already has the glow drills. So I want to add those in. So yes. You can't, well, you can sort of see through the, well, looking at it, I think I'm making a mess over here. Yeah, making a total mess, and just dropped my pen and broke my pen. It's officially the first time I've ever broken a pen. Oh, that makes me so sad. Okay, I'm going to have to super glue this together because I love this pen. I just broke a pen, you guys. I'm going to pout now. I just broke a pen, and it was a beautiful pen too. It's a sad, sad day. It's one of my swamp woods. I'm going to have to super glue this. So that just means it's time to change pens. No, it's not your fault, Tiffany. It was me just not like actually getting my butt up and walking over there and doing it. So that's officially the first time I have broken a pen. Oh no, Berta, he's got another. Oh, that's so sad. Poor Simba. But so I was also, I'll super glue it and then, use it that way. I'm definitely super gluing that sucker, Carol, because it's a beautiful pen. I love the colors of it. It is a tragedy. I'm like, but it's like the fact that I've gone 2.5 years, and with all of the pens that I have, this is the first time I have ever actually broken a pen, is this right here. In 2.5 years of doing this. I think that's pretty impressive considering how much I drop things. I think it just fell at the perfect angle. All right, so one of the things that I was worried about when I kit this up is the glow drills. So here, let me get the angle. So the ones that I think, like with the light pad on, you absolutely can see through the drills. I'm going to pull the plastic up on the bottom so that way we can actually see a little bit better and not have the plastic glare. So the entire body of our little ghosty is those glow drills. And if you look really closely, you can see them. But from so that's the thing that I do not like about the purple glows, is I can actually see, if you look super, super close, you can kind of see that there's the check marks for that middle purple. Let me see if I can get it there. And you can see my bad placement. It's more so when you look at it from an angle, like you can up in that upper part. But when you look at it direct on, like right down here, you don't notice it as much. And then once you get back into like right here, you can't see at all. Like right here, you can't tell, and it looks fine. So far, I've done that glow, and then the pumpkin glow. The pumpkin glow, actually, you don't see through. So that one, you can't see through those ones. You have to look super, super, super close to see the symbol through it. That was the one thing that I was going to give for like feedback to M. About the glow drills would be like the way Crafties does their glow drills. I'll pull out a kit and show you guys. But you can see with the pumpkin's eyes, let me pull that up so you guys can get a closer look. But on the pumpkin eyes in the mouth, you can't really see through those drills at all, which is good. So I'm happy about that. But the purple ones, you can see through a little bit. You can definitely see the symbol underneath. And the way you get around that, we're going to grab, I think I have one here. That's what I get for the one time I don't actually put my weights blocking the canvas. The canvas falls off of the table, which is, yeah. I just have drills all over the place now because I don't put drills in like a trash container for a hot minute. All right, let's go ahead and look in here. I want to say that she is, yes, here we go. What, Sushi? Did I disturb you? Did I disturb your royal sushiness? What, baby? Hi, I love you too. All right. So this is a Craft Ease, and I will show you. I know, right? She had to show her little self off. Oh, we've got Crashly in here. Hello. So this one has multiple glow drills, and I do like how Crafties does their symbols or lack of symbols for the glow drills. So all of this white that we see right here, all of that white is a glow drill. So you can see they don't put a symbol there because the symbols are see-through. And then the same thing when we look at the pink. So when we look at the pink right in here, those pink flowers, right there, you've got these tiny little circles. There we go. We've got these tiny little circles for the pink, but there's no symbol behind them. So you know where the glow drill is going to go, but you don't have to worry about a symbol in the background to be showing through the glow drills. So that's something that I want to talk to, mention to Em about that kit, because that's my one complaint, is that the glow drills, at least the purple, is see-through. So yes. So that's kind of but that's the Embrace of the Pumpkin, which I love. I am kind of sad that I don't get to enjoy Kikoa art anymore. What, baby? Well, get up there. Get up there. I need to open this. You just yelled at me. Well, get up there, baby. Do you want to come here? Do you want to come here? Come here. Stretchy cat. Oh, there's a stretchy cat. Oh, here's the stretchy cat. There. There. So, anywho, there's our baby. She was yelling at me. She wanted me to pick her up. Hi, Susu. You gonna get down? What? I know. I love you too. So, yeah. So that's one of my whips. My other whip. Let me pull out my other whip real quickly. It's on the back of my door. Here is the other whip. So this is the stitch along. This is the Flossy Fox Shop stitch along that I'm doing. So this is just the first 2 months of it, but that's the cross stitch conversion. So right here, we've got these two. We did month 1 right here, and then month 2 right here. So there's our cherry blossom dragon is the pink one, and then our wisteria dragon is the purple one. So that's where I'm at, and I'm not going to work on that one again until I finish catching up with my actual cross stitch, because I decided, I was like, oh, hey, this will be fun. And just started cross stitching too. So I decided just recently, I had to order the Ida just came in and I just started it this weekend. I started stitching that same stitch along. So you can see there, I've got, I'm about a little over halfway done with the pink dragon. I've got all the background stuff done right through here. I have all that background stuff. I just need to finish the other colors of pinks in here, and then I need to finish the little bit of stuff that I have up top right there, and then filling in the rest of it. But I've made good progress on it for that one. Let me open this. Are you on there? You are. Hi. You guys can't see. We've got a sushi on the door. That's their door ladder. Oh. I can believe it. I can believe that some people have like 42 whips if you're like a serial whipper and you start a whip for every event. So I am actually doing, yes, Lexi, I am doing like a little comparison series between these two versions. This version with the actual cross stitch version compared to the actual diamond painting. And that's totally 100% not my idea. So that I want to say, I know Jessica, the Stealthy Crafter, had talked about doing it. So that was one of the things that, she had talked about doing it. I think C had talked about doing it, and Mackenzie had talked about doing it. So I definitely did not come up with that idea. That was not my idea in any way, shape, or form. I'm just doing it. So it does take a lot longer to do. Like for me, this is taking a whole heck of a lot longer, obviously. And for me, I finish my cross stitch conversions pretty quickly. Like the one section of that cross stitch conversion is maybe like 3.5 or 4 hours. Let me look at my whips and I can tell you. And then I need to go put my pen away so I'm not looking at my broken pen. Let me see. I can tell you how much time I've spent on my cross stitch conversion. Let's see, the flower dragon. Okay, it's taken me about 4 hours or so to do each section so far. I've spent 8 hours and 18 minutes on it total. So about 4 hours for each section. So for me, like I've done enough of the cross stitch conversions that they go pretty quickly for me, but that's just my brain processes them well versus, okay. Sorry, I got distracted. I'm like trying to put that back in. So it's like for this, I could do That's 8 hours for me to do those two, but I know that I do work fast when it comes to the cross stitch conversions, and not everybody works that fast. And they have released part 3, which is going to go right here, but I'm not going to work on this one until I catch up on my actual cross stitch. So I have to catch up on that. So let me hang this back up. Otherwise, I'm going to forget. So I'm going to pop that back right there. And go, yeah. So, and then right, there we go. What, Sush? That is like the best purchase I ever made, was the door ladder. I love it. So let me catch up. Yeah, the conversion is looking really good. I love it. Right. So that's actually something that I've been finding easier, Sophie, is that the actual cross stitch itself doesn't have the grid on it. And I know some people will put a grid onto their cross stitch, onto their Ida, but I've actually been finding that for me, I like it better. I find I like it better, like with the actual cross stitch, where I don't have that grid line on there versus having the grid line. Because in my brain, the way it's set, where it's like the numbers are on, I think like 1, and in my brain it wants it to be like 10 or something like that. Right. Yeah. So that's something that, rather than have, yeah, the numbers kind of throw me off a little bit. Yeah, and it's like I'll just sit there and I'll just count, and I'll stick my needle through there, and then I'll go back and recount again and make sure I counted correctly. So that's how I've been doing it, for it, to try to do that. Yeah, it's like I feel like there's got to be better ways. I just don't know them all. I'm pouting because my poor pen. I just looked at the pen again. Yeah, I find that hanger works really well. It's a fantastic hanger and does a really good job. Uh, See, I basically, like, I think I own 2 pairs of jeans. One of them I'm usually like wearing, or it's like laying to be put back on, because you don't wash your jeans every time you wear them. That just, no, that ruins your jeans. So I wash my jeans, not that frequently. Every time I do laundry, I'll throw them in and wash them. But I have 2 pairs of jeans, and that's usually because I wear them to and from work. That's about it. And I do have them on right now because I didn't think you guys would want to see me in like my pajama shorts, for that. But yeah, the conversion is looking fantastic, and I love it. And I do love having this on the back of the door. It's fantastic, and it works really well. And it's like, as you can see, I've got a few different canvases on here. It holds quite a bit. So if we bring it over, Sushi's going for a little ride. So if we bring it over, I've actually got a completed canvas, which I'm not going to show because it's a summer mystery. And then I have the one that I was working on. I have Halloween bedroom from, the Halloween mystery box last year, which I'll be working on eventually. I have Cursed, which is another Mrs. Butter D Halloween release from last year. And then this is a completed one right here. So I've got the 2 completed ones laying there. I feel like there was another one that I've got the 2 completed ones laying there. And then I've got the 2 that I have yet to do, and then my whip right there as well. So that's kind of how I have it laid out on there. But it's like you can hang some big stuff on there, and it's fine. Yeah, and it definitely holds those heavier canvases. So, and that's just basically, you just look up like pants hanger over the door. It's basically just a pants hanger, and I have it hooked on an over the door hook. And that's what I have for right through there for that part. And it works really well. So I just realized I can see like the tip of my tattoo right there. I'm not used to like seeing it from that angle. I'm used to seeing like the arm, but not the up part. But yeah, I would totally mess it up too, Sophie, if I put the grid in. Like my cross stitch that I had there's a section where I like miscounted and started a little bit lower than I should have, but I'm that person that will not frog it if I absolutely can get away with it. So I ended up just saying, I'll just modify the render and nobody will know the difference. You looking at it, you'd never know that I like miscounted things and the line was different. But have a fun at gymnastics with Raffi. Love you. Love seeing you. Like, loved having you in there again. I know it's been, now we just need you to go live now, Sophie, so we can have you and join your lives, because gotta love us some Sophie chaos and some Sophie fun. That's like the best, is to do that. Right. Ooh, I see those eyeballs. But have fun at gymnastics with Raffi. We love you too, Sophie. We've missed you. It's good having you back. But yes, definitely. Let me think. All right. And let's see. So yeah, those are my whips that I'm doing. Oh yes, and then I have my witchy stitcher cross stitch conversion, which is right here on the table that you can't see because it's underneath the computer sitting on it. So I've been working on that slowly and gradually working on that one and making progress on that one there. But all right, 1754. I think I'm gonna wait and we're gonna see what that final release is at 1800. We're going to look at that final release. Well, it's not the final one. They still have two more after that. But we're going to take a look at, I'll stay on long enough to look at this next release, and we can see what one it is and talk about it. And after that, I'm going to call it a night so I can get back to diamond painting. And I need to go, I think I gave them food this morning. They're good. I need to check their food and make sure they didn't pig out on their food because I didn't give them, did I give them soft? No, I did give them soft food. So they would love it if I gave them soft food again, but I only feed them once with soft food and then they get hard food to graze on all day. But the little judgy thing up there, you see that little judgy face hulking there? She's vulturing. She's watching us very closely watching us. She's such a little rascal. Aren't you, Susu? Hi, baby. See, there's that little face up there watching. I don't want to go too high because you'll see the light and that's annoying. But yes, there's our Susu. Hi, baby cat. She'll just lay there and rest and just like sleep up top. It's the cutest thing ever. Sue Bell. Yeah, it's like it definitely I do not need any more diamond paintings either. I have already like broke the ceiling of what I said would be like I would never go past that. I've already broke that ceiling. So I'm trying to be extremely, extremely strict with myself. The one plus is I finish my diamond paintings extremely quickly. So, and that's kind of where I've said, okay, like if they come out with that Yume that I want, I'll buy the Yume tomorrow, and then I'm going to buy one other one. I just have to decide if it's going to be the Mrs. Butter D or it's going to be the Yume if they come out with it. And then I'm like, well, would I want that Mrs. Butter D that I really like, or will I want the Jeremiah Kettner? Because whichever one I don't get is going on the wish list. Or if they don't come out with the Yume, I'm probably going to just wish list the ones that I like from the release and not buy at all. Because I'm trying to, this is like with the government shutdown, I don't know how long it's going to last for. And then two, I want to make sure that I'm like being very mindful about the paintings that I get. So that's something for me to decide and see. I haven't decided yet. Whew. What's everybody planning for dinner tonight? I'm probably going to go to frozen dinner. After this, I'll go get a frozen meal. But I'm curious to see what everybody else is planning for their dinners because that's going to be cute. Oh my goodness, you guys, my mom is doing a Inktober and her little paintings, she's doing this little Frank. Oh, pulled pork. Okay, I need to go up there and if it wasn't so cold, pizza is always an easy one to get. Yeah, and like for me, I'm like I'll go open the fridge and be like, okay, or open the freezer and be like, do I want any of this? And if I'm like, no, I don't want one of these, I'll probably end up having like ramen. Is probably what I'll have. Ooh, 15 degrees Celsius is not warm, girl. That is not warm. Ooh, chicken nuggies are good. Oh, I don't know why I've got an itchy eyeball. Oh, I might have some fish sticks in the freezer. I could always pop those in the oven and heat those up real quickly. I can do fish sticks. Yay! I'm glad you got your JK, Jungkook. I'm glad you got Jungkook. Yes, that's definitely Sue Bell. It's definitely one of those things that's like definitely nerve wracking when, like, especially if you just purchased a home. Depending on what bank you have, that's something that I would definitely reach out. So that way you can, like find out if they have something where they could potentially like work with you in case you don't get paid. So that's something to look into. But yeah, it's definitely very nerve wracking. That's why I'm doing like the 0% loan with my bank because I have to make sure I can pay my mortgage. And I actually have 2 mortgages that I have to make sure I can pay because I've got this one and then I got my retirement house in Hawaii for when I retire and move back to Hawaii. So yeah, it's definitely nerve wracking and a lot because I'm like, ooh, And that's why I'm trying to like be really strict because I need to save more money. Because I haven't been as good as saving. My brother has been doing phenomenal, but not me. But oh yeah, absolutely. I'm with you, Carol. So Carol said, I wish Dak would release the Halloween ones a little earlier. I start those in September. So the ones I buy this year, you'll do next year. And you just finished up last year. See, that's what I'm doing too. Like I bought the Embrace of the Pumpkin. I bought that last year, but that's one that I do this year. Yes, it's Dak. I'm in the Navy. We pronounce our abbreviations. We don't say DAC. That takes too long. We say DAC. So that's what happens when you're in the military. And then yes, C, yes. Yeah, absolutely, Sue Bell. It's like you don't want it to go too long because it's like we can handle like a little bit, but if it goes too long, that's like a big impact. If they wanted it to be said DAC, there would be a D period, A period, C period with spaces in between, but there's not. It's all one deck. So this is the hill I will die on. It is deck. All right, we've got 1 minute. Oh, release time. Let's see if they posted it yet. Okay, it's 1800. Where's our other image? Refresh. It's not refreshing yet. Hey, I have many hills I will die on. See, many hills. Let's see. Come on. They haven't posted it yet. So now I'm like, okay, maybe I should look on. All right. It hasn't refreshed. Now I'm going to like stare voraciously at my phone and like be like, when is it not refreshing? Okay, let me try Facebook. Watch as it posts as I'm over on Facebook. Let's go to Diamond Art Club and see if it's posted there. Boom. We want posts. Okay, let me it's taking me too long to do that. Let me come back over here. It's still not refreshing on my Instagram. That's weird. Okay, let's come. Okay, that's cute. So this is another Teresa Donahue McManus. It is cute. I'm really curious to see what the last two are. But look at that. That's adorable. That is cute. I like the colors of it. The colors are fantastic. But yeah, that one, it's very cute. Let's see, is that one square still? Oh, so that one's a square one. It's adorable. I still think my top two are the Mrs. Butter D, and let me go ahead and open Insta again. My top two are still that Mrs. Butter D and the Kettner of the ones that they've released. I think those are my two that I'm gonna have to decide, am I gonna wish list or am I going to actually purchase? But if I were to purchase two as of right now, it would be this one right here and this one right here. I actually voted on both of these. So that's something that I voted on them both. But yeah, I mean, that does make sense. It's like the colors do remind me of like a Kettner painting. Definitely has that right there. But those are the two that I'm kind of like sold on as far as what I would get if I were to only pick two. But then if I were to get more than two, which I'm not going to, I would be also getting this one right here. And, I'll change the background up. And then this one right here. It would be the other one that I would get. So those two are going on my wish list for sure. And then the other two, I'll have to decide if I'm going to purchase or wish list. But that's the dilemma. What am I purchasing? What am I wish listing? Because yeah, I'm still working on my kits from last year, and I still have more kits, more Halloween-y kits that I can do. Like I traded one of my mystery box kits for one that I didn't get. And that one is, so I traded it, and I just got the one that I traded for, just arrived today. Because I had traded the one I didn't want. I got one of them that I wanted and one that another one, but I'm not going to say what they are because some people have not received theirs yet. Like I think Tiffany is still waiting on hers to get in, but it's supposed to arrive today. So hopefully you get it soon. But yeah, like which Peggy Collins do you like, Amber? Because there are a lot of Peggy Collinses. Oh, that's super exciting. So I should like get off live so that you can go like film your video, right, Tiffany? Oh, it's like, it's so much fun. But then of course, like if you have to work tonight, then that would be, an issue too. But yes. Is Laura doing hers on Monday night, even though it's the oh, you're already at work. Yes, you have to wait until you get off of work to do it. Oh, I wondered about that. So Carol, is Laura doing a live on Monday? I forgot to ask her before she left. Um, because that would be my question since it's the holiday, because sometimes she does and sometimes she doesn't when there's holidays like that. But regardless, I have set a reminder on my phone so I don't miss Laura's lives because I'm so bad at it. And I should probably start letting you guys all go because I've been on for 2 hours now and I'm tired of talking. My throat's a little sore. But anywho, okay. We will see. I will have my alarm set and we will see if she does or not. But it was wonderful chatting with you guys. Uh, the girls are, chilling. We get a sushi butt. We have a sushi butt right there. And then a mochi that's curled up underneath the table with me. But anywho, I'm gonna sign off and end the stream for you guys. And okay, yeah, the Autumn Witch. There you go. I think that one was pretty for sure. But I will see you guys later. And I hope you guys enjoyed joining in on the live and uh joining in. Yeah, absolutely. I'm like a notorious lurker in lives. I'm really good at the lurking thing. I'll join in and sneak in and no one knows I'm there because I've just lurked the entire time. I don't say anything or post anything. I just lurk. Because I'm usually like diamond painting and I don't want to have to stop and type while I'm diamond painting and then stop and type because I like to be able to just go and diamond paint. But anyways, I'm going to sign off and let you guys go. Enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy, if you have Monday off for the holiday, enjoy having a nice long weekend and enjoying the holiday off. And I will see you guys later. Bye.